Pull up a chair, grab a barf bag, because today, in green cards for me, but not for thee, we're digging into the architect behind the cruelty of Trump-era immigration, Stephen Miller. Little Stephen Miller was born in Santa Monica, California, 1985. Yeah. He's 39 years old. He was raised in a wealthy Jewish-American family. How did he end up there? His great-great-grandfather, Wolf Lieb Glasser, fled Antipol, what's now Belarus, escaping anti-Jewish violence in 1903, and arrived in Ellis Island. He had $8 in his pocket, spoke zero English, and had no skills. And then his wife Bessie and their children all followed using chain migration, the same thing that Miller now wants to eliminate. And when his great-grandfather initially arrived, he couldn't even pass his naturalization test at first. They settled in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, built a family business, and thrived. The American dream. But the thing is, if his family faced the very immigration policies that Stephen supports, they would have been turned away and they would have died. Because just a few years later, almost the entire Jewish population of Antipol was murdered. Stephen Miller's family has publicly stated that they are horrified and disgusted by his immigration rhetoric. His very own uncle, Dr. David Glasser, has publicly stated, quote, "I have watched with dismay and horror as my nephew became the architect of immigration policies that repudiate the very foundation of our family's life in this country." So let's be clear. Stephen Miller exists because the United States welcomed poor, unskilled, desperate immigrants. And if you're repeating the phrase, "they should come the right way," then congratulations. The white nationalist propaganda has worked on you. Because the horror that we're seeing, the family separation, the travel bans, the ICE thugs, the immigrant detention centers, none of this happened by accident. They are a direct result of Stephen Miller's white supremacist ideology turned into policy. And we're not talking speculation. Because Miller didn't become a white nationalist overnight. His story has roots, and his began in high school. While at Santa Monica High, he once gave a campaign speech and told Latino classmates, "If you want to be here, you should speak English." He was booed off of stage. His classmates say that he thrived on being intentionally offensive. Even then, he was obsessed with race, immigration, American values. Sound familiar? Fast forward to 2019, where Stephen Miller served as the senior policy advisor to President Trump. That's when the Southern Poverty Law Center leaked nearly 1,000 emails that Miller had sent Breitbart. Breitbart News, then run by Steve Bannon, is basically a propaganda machine of the white nationalist wing of the GOP. More than 80% of all of the emails sent were about race or immigration. He promoted white nationalist websites like Vidaire and American Renaissance. He pushed The Camp of the Saints, a racist French novel that white supremacists obsess over. He praised the 1924 Immigration Act, a law designed to keep America white, literally cited in the German guy's Mein Kampf. He fearmongered about white culture, cited crime stats to stoke anti-black fear. This wasn't ever about national security. It was a white nationalist blueprint that he followed to the T. And you would have thought that pushing all of this racist propaganda would have ended his career. But nope. It got him a promotion. Because now in the Trump administration, he serves as the Deputy Chief of Staff of Policy, the Homeland Security Advisor. He's leading everything cruel that we're seeing. The mass deportations, the military-led detention centers. Stephen Miller didn't just believe in white nationalist ideas. He curated them. He shared them. He wrote them into American law. This isn't about law and order and coming the right way. It's about legacy. It's about whiteness, and it's about one man's lifelong obsession with punishing the people he was raised to hate.